if you're going to say this argument that Hamas is just a resistance group, no, this is a terrorist group. They didn't just come over and cross the border and attack IDF soldiers. They killed women, husbands, children, babies, civilians. So I'm personally offended to have any association with my history as a Black American and the history of the Palestinians, even just the history of the Palestinians as well. We have no parallels. We really don't. And as someone who comes from an ancestry that was oppressed and did experience real oppression, and saw that we had leaders birthed through civil rights movements that did not use terrorism or violence, for that matter, to get their rights and their freedoms, to then compare us to terrorists who are chopping off heads for resistance. No, I'm not letting that fly. So when I saw that, I said, absolutely not. I'm going to start the Black and Jewish podcast. We're going to speak about these things. I'm not here to convince Black people to be Zionists. I'm not here to convince them to support the state of Israel. I want to have conversations that we can build bridges between our communities, and we could be allies and we could be friends. And so that you have real information and real facts about Palestine or Palestinians, because Palestine doesn't exist, and Israel and what's actually happening. And you should be making an informed decision, not a decision based off propaganda.
Right. And if anything, if there's a parallel with the Black community, like the Black community are a symbol of, being oppressed, right? It's like we think of oppressed people. It's always the Black people are like at the forefront of being oppressed. But what other people can you think of that have been oppressed throughout the history of time all over the world, right? The Jews are like, the Jews literally are like also the face of like the oppressed. And what I think is that, I remember who said it, the Jews have the audacity to be a minority that are successful, right? And that offends people even more. And you see the Black community in the United States is thriving and successful and doing well. And you would think that there would be, I expected a unity, and when I see the unity, it's a strong unity when it's there, like with you and these other voices. That's a strong, powerful unity that could do a lot, that could make a lot of change. What is your opinion on how it got hijacked? Is it the funding? How did they get into this? It looks like it's strategic. It looks like Qatar is sending money to these groups. What have you found? Because you're in the trenches. You're on the front of this. When you're debating people, some of them just seem blank behind the eyes. They have their arguments. It doesn't matter what you say or educate them. You could show them stats. You could sit in front of them and say, "I'm Jewish. What do you say to me?" Right? What do you think? Right? Like it's just like talking to zombies almost, some of these people.